Je ne parle pas de vous.
Okay, you already know who it is. True Knowledge of Self, man. I got another special guest coming on, you know what I'm saying, to the live show. You know what I'm saying? I discovered this brother on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, and I immediately had to get him on here, you know what I'm saying. So we gonna get to it. You feel me? We're gonna get to it. So hey, what's up, Levain? What's up, Levain? Yeah, so we about to get to it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's something wrong. I can't see you, brother.
I'm trying to flip the camera.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. Yeah. So I discovered this brother on YouTube, man. I think it was about yesterday. And he said that he already knew who I was. So that even makes it better. So, you know what I'm saying? Real recognize real. You know what I'm saying? So I discovered this brother, man. He was dropping some jewels. And, you know, I just wanted to know, you know what I'm saying? And maybe the people can know your experience with gang stalking, man. Maybe you could, you know, let the people know, you know what I'm saying, how to know if you're being gang stalked and how to deal with it.
So that's the thing. Like, it's really not. It's really sneaky how they do it. So when you first find out, it's sometimes intuitively. That's how I found out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to pick up on it on an intuitive level first. But what I can really say is really some evil stuff. Like, it's just on some completely opposite of good. If whatever good is, it's the opposite. So,
yeah.
I mean, what exactly?
What are the first symptoms that you noticed when you were first being gang stalked? Like, what was the first thing that you noticed? Like, what the hell is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the first thing that you saw that was like, damn, there's something going on here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it was more so like there was a lot of sounds that people would make, a lot of coughing, a lot of clapping, rubbing their nose, looking at me and looking away. So that got kind of weird to me after a while. So then I just started to pick up on it. Like, it got crazy at one point. Like, it got really intense. This was about 4 years ago. Yeah. I was in college when this happened. So basically this happened at my school. So the whole school was like on it. You know what I'm saying? That was.
Oh yeah. The school's definitely in on it.
That was super intense. The whole school, the whole college. It's like everything was a script. And so it got so crazy to the point where I didn't know what was real and what was fake. Like, what could I trust and what I couldn't trust. So, yeah.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you, like, did you deal with, like, material sabotage? Like, I know a lot of times when you're a TI, people will come in your apartment building. They'll tear your clothes up, you know, like mess with your shoes. They'll gaslight you, move things around, go in your car, move the rear view mirror to the left. Let's say you had your rear view mirror in your car facing straight. A perp will go in your car, move it to the left, might mess with your car seat a little bit, might pop your tire, you know, fuck with the engine. You know what I'm saying? Doing little stuff to make you be like, damn, who did this? Have you dealt with that before?
I dealt with that on some slight levels. I had my car keyed at one point. A random flat tire, stuff like that would happen, but not too much. Like, more of my stuff, it was crazy. Like, they would try to use most of my friends, you know what I'm saying? Most of my friends, and they would also, this is what they also like to do. They also like to throw an attractive lady at you to distract you.
Oh, yeah, I dealt with that.
I dealt with that with, like, it was crazy.
Have they sent any perps as far as like relationship? You said something about the girl, right? So Have you ever been in a relationship with a gang stalker female?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I believe so. Most definitely.
Was like, did it seem scripted? Like, did the relationship seem fake? Like, was she always in a bad mood, like moody? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know a
Um,
lot of the gang stalker females, they're always moody.
yeah,
To
that would
drain your
happen.
energy.
That would happen, and it would be random too. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. They would try to make you comfortable though. That's the thing. And it's crazy. I've been through a lot of other instances where I didn't date a woman, but they would throw a woman at me like in public, beautiful woman, and it's like, wow, like they really be going hard.
Did they follow you in the grocery store? Like when you would go and buy food, would there be
I'm like,
like 10 perps around you, like trying to get close to you? Because like I
this is
know
what I'm
when I
saying.
shop, they send niggas to like get
That's
all
what
in
I'm
my
saying.
space and shit.
They would already be at the parking lot and shit, waiting on me. And so when I go in, this happened to me one time. I really remember this. I went into Kroger and I was going to get some noodles. The
Yeah.
specific type of noodles I always get. I went in there and that whole section is gone, but every other noodles is packed. So it's like they planned that out.
Oh
I
yeah,
knew.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh, okay.
like,
So you've dealt with, because I dealt with that. You've dealt with food contamination.
yeah, I think so too.
Like you'll leave your house, go out to play basketball, go to the gym. You'll
Right,
come
look,
back home and your noodles will be kind of opened, or
yeah, or some shit,
you
yeah,
can tell that somebody touched your food or did something to it.
did something to it. Like it's crazy. I had see the room I was in at the time too. The key to the key to my door. Someone in my apartment had a key that can get into my room.
Same
That's when I
key.
knew. Yeah, he had a key to like every room in that apartment too. It was crazy. That was like one of the main people over, like one of the main people on the campus trying to like. He was running all that shit.
All right, let me ask you this: what would be your response to the narcissistic person that has never dealt with this, and then they say, "Why would the government want you? What's so special?" Because like
That's
a lot of niggas be trying to come at me like, "Oh, you're paranoid, you're mentally ill, you're
right,
schizophrenic. Oh, why would the government watch you out of all people?"
right.
What would be your answer to a coward-minded person like that?
See, this is the thing though. When you talk to someone like that though, see, mine had got so deep to the point where I didn't know if the people saying that were trying to throw me off or not.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? It's like,
It's
but
like you see what you know what you're seeing,
right,
but people around you are saying something different. But you
right.
know
You
what
know
your
it,
spirit and your mind is seeing.
correct. So I don't know. It's like you can't really tell. You can't really. It's like you want to talk about it, but it's like you don't know who to trust. So it's like it kind of puts you alone even more. It's crazy. They try to
Yeah.
get you alone. That's how they do it.
Okay. I want to know: have you dealt with like driving on the road and
Yes,
seeing like certain color cars
yes,
or
all of that,
flashing of the lights, one headlight
all of
coming
that.
the opposite direction? You'll be driving this way, and the car will be coming this way, but he'll have one headlight on, or it'll be a car behind you with one headlight on. You know what I'm saying? Or manipulation of the head of the lights at a red light. You know what I'm saying? It's like a
Okay.
Truman Show or something.
Right, right. It's definitely a Truman Show.
It's a Truman
Definitely.
Show.
Like I said, when I pull up the Kroger or I pull up the Walmart, I get in the parking lot. As soon as I park, like 10 cars lights just turn on. They just turn on and I'm like, okay. So I go somewhere else and get on the interstate. They blocking me from getting off my exit and shit. Like it was
Yeah.
getting serious. Like I
And
can't.
do you have any idea? Because like even though we all being targeted, like do you have an idea of who this could have been? Like who did this? Like who put you on the program?
That's what I'm saying. Like if anybody would have probably been the person closest to me.
Because
One
when
of
I
the
was
people.
watching your video, you were saying how your homeboy, like a nigga that you was cool with,
Right. That's what I'm
like,
saying.
like he backstabbed you.
Right. That's pretty much what it was. It was like Jesus and Judas. Pretty much. So sold for some money pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I would notice like after they would let me go a little bit, I'll peep on certain people's social media that I knew was involved and they'll be extra flashy and shit. Like, where did this come from?
Yeah, I know. You know, it's funny you say that because when I was getting gang stalked in my neighborhood, I would notice that the perpetrators and the people that were gang stalking me, like they would get like new stuff. Like all of a sudden they would have a new car or like some new shoes or new this, new that. It's
That's
like,
what I'm
okay,
saying.
that's what the handlers had gave you as a reward for fucking with an individual's life.
That's what that money would do to people too.
But this is what I tell people. I said, okay, we just invest. We created the name gang stalking, but we know back in the day it wasn't gang stalking. It used to be
Right.
called they called it witch hunt. It was called a witch
Facts.
hunt back in biblical times. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So this gang stalking phenomenon, this thing has been going on way before me and you was even born. I had told another person that on another live that gang stalking existed before we were here.
Like
You know
this
what I'm
is
saying? It's
this
just
is
repeating itself. You know how they say history
right.
repeats itself?
It's repeat. Nothing new under the sun.
Because
Like
guess what? When we dead and gone, and there's
it's
a
gonna
new
happen again.
generation of people that come on the earth, they're gonna deal with the same shit.
Same
You know what
shit.
I'm saying? So that's just how it is.
So it's the same thing. Like it's the story. Like I really feel like sometimes I live the Bible is sometimes like my autobiography on God. Like
Yeah,
I
nah,
really
it's
live
deep.
that shit.
It's deep. And you said you in Atlanta, Georgia?
Nah, I'm not, but I am in Georgia though. I ain't finna disclose all
Oh yeah, nah, don't do that, cause you know the gang stalkers, they
that.
probably listening and shit.
I
Yeah, you
already
don't
know.
want to do that. So let me ask you this: do you feel like depending on where you live, the gang stalking can be more intense? Like, do you feel like where you live, the history of that state, and the background of that state, do you think
The
that all fits
foundation.
in as far as how hard they go with the
Yeah,
stalking?
indeed. Like
Like a Democratic state or a Republican state, like maybe the Republican state, because from my experience, the Republican states go harder
mm,
than the Democratic states, because a Democratic state is probably more for black people and shit. You know what I'm
I ain't
saying? So
think of
they
that.
probably
I ain't
wouldn't
think of
do
that.
so much. They wouldn't go too hard on niggas. But I know the Republican state like Pennsylvania, where I stay at, nigga. Dog, I live in Harrisburg, and Harrisburg has the most hate groups in the whole United States of America. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 38, I think 38 or 37 hate groups. So you can only imagine how bad they would go with the gangster. And then the
Yeah.
KKK headquarters is in my city that I live in. The KKK headquarters where they meet up, the Ku Klux Klan. So
Hmm.
you can only imagine how bad the gang stalking is over there.
That's what I'm
You know
saying.
what I'm
Like
saying?
so where I'm at, it's a military base. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't really trust that at
Democrat?
all.
Is it Democrat or Republican?
Republican.
Oh yeah, yeah they going hard over there.
Yeah, it's stupid, but it's also like that's what I'm saying. Like it's linked, like you said, it's linked in with the Masons
Yeah, it is.
and all that. And it's crazy to say. I don't know how long it's been going on for me, but I was born into a family like that. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like
I
I'm
got
not.
those in my family. Yeah, I got
I'm against that shit. I'm against all of that, but somehow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got people in my family that are involved in Eastern Stars. Like one of my aunts is an Eastern Star. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that could be part of my gangster.
Facts.
You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying.
The
Like,
fact that I'm involved with somebody that's involved in those type of practices.
facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it runs deep. That's what's crazy.
Um, let's say what I'm just trying to think of a good question. Okay, what would be your advice to anybody dealing with gang stalking? What would be your advice? Like, what is the way you would tell a person to cope with it? Because if you're in a position where you ain't got no friends and people turning their back on you, you know what I'm saying? What would be your advice to a person that's like stressed out, don't know what to do, on the verge of suicide, or feel like killing somebody? What would be
Right.
your advice to somebody like that?
It's the thing. Like for me, in my personal journey with it, experience with it, it got to a point where I was suicidal. You know. So the only thing I could do, I had to really go within spiritually and try to pull myself up out of that and not let that control my life. So it felt like, you ever heard of Dark Night of the Soul?
Dark Night of the Soul. It sounds
So
familiar.
It's like basically, so the dark night of the soul is an experience in your life when you go through a real dark time and you come out like a phoenix and you shine. I had to transform that energy and just, transmute the negative into positive so I could like get myself back up. But it still, affects me psychologically. That's the thing. Because it was really psychological what they were doing.
And I remember I was building with you earlier off camera. You said that sometimes they ease down on the gang stalking, like like they don't do it that much because like I know for me they stop and then they go back to it. Is
Right,
there anybody out there? Have you ever seen a story of someone who's gang stalking completely stopped? Is that even possible for these agencies?
I don't think it's possible. Honestly, I don't think it's possible. I don't think they're gonna stop.
Because if they stop, you're gonna expose it more probably.
Right. So I think they just let down just to play with you a little bit and bring it back, whenever they feel threatened or something.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm trying to think about something. I'm trying to think of a question to ask you. Okay, all right. When you had a job, what were the type of things they did to you in the work? I know you heard of workplace mobbing.
right.
I know you heard of gang stalking and mobbing in the job place. Were there certain things they would do to you when you would go to work, like to let you know that you're a target?
It would get really suspicious at times, honestly. And it would just be like you would get singled out sometimes. And I kind of like it's like I got fired for no reason too.
Yeah.
Stuff like that would happen. Like,
You would be moving. You would go job to job.
right.
They did that to me too. It was like, and then like they would spread rumors to my girlfriend. Like I'm single now, but when I had a girlfriend, they would spread rumors and be like, "Yeah, you know that guy right there? He can never keep a job." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they already like was fucking with my image. You know.
That's what I'm saying.
Is it that we can't keep jobs, or y'all the ones systematically setting it up there?
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't even know if I feel like it'd be set up, really. To be honest.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else that you want to tell the people? I mean, I feel like we basically exposed a lot. Is there anything else you want to speak on about gang stalking before we end? Like, is there anything that you think anybody should know?
Well, what I really want, if you take anything out of this, just know if you are not aware of this, it is a spiritual war going on at all times, and it always has been. So the darkness has always been trying to take away the light. But right now, the light is about to have its chance to shine. So just stay positive, stay up. And it's a reason that you targeted. It's because they fear your light. So just continue to shine bright is all you can do. So don't let it take over. Don't let it take you over.
All right. So yeah, we basically, touched on it and spoke what we had to speak about. Do you have any music? I know you make music. Is there any music that you want to promote? Because I always because I know a lot of TIs make music. I make music. I make music too. So is there any music that you want people to check out from my channel? To go to your channel. You know what I'm saying?
They know that we be talented too, so they try to like.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Stop your talenting. So yeah, I got an EP out called The Chosen One EP.
Okay.
Or Chosen One mixtape, and I got a couple singles I just released, so you can find that on my YouTube channel.
What's the name of YouTube? What's the name of your YouTube channel for those that might be listening?
It's called Soul Source Connection. So
okay,
yeah.
All right, that's what's up. And I got an EP called Stillology that I just dropped. I'm working on a Stillology Part 2. I got a rap video called Line of Judah, Young Still Line of Judah. Y'all can go check that out. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? We'll probably do a part 2 sometime with this bill, but I felt like this bill was necessary. Brother, you drop a lot of jewels and knowledge, and I was honored to talk to you on this live, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
All
you
right,
for
so if anybody on my YouTube got any questions that they want to ask, you can ask in the comment section. You already know. And yeah, we out, man. All right,
peace.
peace. And you can also put this on your channel if you want to, brother.
All right. Appreciate
All
it.
right, one. Shalom.
Je ne parle pas de vie.